senior night coming up. Your senior class has the most wins, back-to-back Big Ten titles. What about this group is so special?
Just a really good group of people. And obviously you owe a lot to the guys that were here before us. But the last 2 years especially been really cool just to be a part of. Just an unselfish group that wants to win more than anything. I think that's what kind of we embody. So,
what do you think you're going to miss most?
Probably the relationships. I would say, I've been blessed to make a lot of close friends and connections with coaches and players and different guys. So I'd say I'd probably miss that the most on a day-to-day basis. You don't take it for granted, but when you're with the guys every day, like, you probably don't realize it. So I'll realize it more after the season.
Do you have? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you have a favorite memory?
Obviously the winning is super cool. You get to do it with the guys, for how much time and effort you put in. That, and I don't know, I guess Europe was super cool. I'm glad we got to do that with this group this summer. I thought that was a great trip for us.
And then my last question is, how do you want to be remembered when people are talking about Ethan Morton in a few years? What do you want them to say?
Just that I was a good teammate and impacted winning. That's the goal of the game. Anytime you play a game right, you want to win. So just that I was a winner and just had an impact any way that I could, I think.
Perfect, thank you.
Cool.
A couple of you guys had to sacrifice, like we've talked about a lot this year. That's really made this team work. Is that Purdue rubbing off on you guys, or is that you guys rubbing off on Purdue?
It's Purdue rubbing off on us, I think. Just the culture that coaches created has been so unbelievable for us. So it makes it easy to buy in. When you've seen it work and you have a good group of guys and a good group of coaches around you, it makes that part easy.
You've seen a lot of guys have their last night here in Mackey.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah. I'm excited. It'll be cool to take it in one last time. Obviously, we have a chance to go undefeated at home this year, which would be cool as well. Gives you something to play for. Obviously, winning the Big Ten the past couple games is awesome. But every game's big this time of year. So, but I'm excited for it. I'm ready as I'm going to be for the last one here.
Just talk about the hype that's kind of built in your short time here. Like, is it people fighting each other on the K crew, and people set their alarms to buy boarding passes. How's that going along?
Yeah, I feel like it's always been that way. Obviously, when you win at a high level, I think that helps. But it's been like that since before I got here, which just speaks to the passion of the fans and the university. And it's just our job to continue to put on a good show for them. So,
how do you view this not as an end when it could be a beginning? Because you got so much left in front.
Right. Yeah. I think you have to look at it that way. And like we talked about before, every game in March is super important. So, we want to put the finishing touches on hopefully getting the 1 seed. So you're still playing for that, obviously. But yeah, a lot of stuff ahead of us still, which is exciting. But you just got to continue to take it one game at a time. I think so far we've achieved a goal as far as like continuing to get better as the year went on. I think by this time last year we had sort of plateaued a little bit. So for us to keep getting better has been really important. So I feel we can continue to do that.
What's next for you?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
What's next for you?
For me, I don't know. It'll be for me to figure out after the season. Obviously I want to play as long as possible. I think. I put a lot of time into this and into my body, and I feel like it would be a waste to sort of hang it up after this year. But you don't know. You don't know what the future holds. Obviously, I'm just trying to enjoy this ride as long as I can, and then after the season, you sit down and sort things out and go from there. So,
who are you now? Compared to who you were as a freshman, 18 years old.
I'd say more mature. I'd say probably a real person. I think when you come out of high school, you have this false sense of reality of basketball and life. Obviously, I look back at me and my parents talk about it in high school. I'm like, man, I thought I knew what adversity was when I came out of high school, and you're just gonna figure this out. And there's been a lot of bumps in the road and a lot of good too, obviously. But it just, I think, helps round you out and grow up as a person. So I'll just say more mature and more appreciative and understanding of how hard you know, things are at this level, and it gives you an appreciation for the guys that I've played with, how they've been able to figure it out and have so much success, because it's not easy. So I've been lucky to see that with a few different guys. So just also thankful, you know, that I got the chance to do it.
Is this the most confident Purdue team you've been on?
I would say so, yeah. I think our sophomore team was very confident as well, but just two totally different teams, obviously. But yeah, I think I'd say this group has more of a collective confidence. You know, I'd say in the past we've had individuals with confidence, but I think this group, just the connectivity of us, and obviously, you know, I think all together, you know, we're a pretty special group, and I think the biggest thing is everybody understands that we're better as a whole, you know, compared to individually. So I think that's the biggest thing for this group and the biggest difference.